Do you ever find that after applying your makeup and taking a quick picture, you look a little washed out? Well, I have some answers for you today. I'm Nick Lujan, the Director of Artistry and Education for Kevyn Aucoin Beauty, and today's topic is all about blush. Today, I want to start off with a quick pro tip. When you're wearing a medium to full coverage foundation, it kind of strips some of your natural coloring from showing through. So incorporating a blusher is going to bring some life, vitality, and youthfulness to your overall complexion. For today's quick education, I'm going to be demonstrating my favorite tips, tricks, and techniques using the Kevyn Aucoin Neo Powder Blusher. It's one of my favorite formulas to use with my clients because it's highly blendable and customizable. If you look at each compact, there's 3 shades to choose from or work with. You can select one shade at a time by swiping your brush across this direction, or you can blend all 3 shades together to create your desired effect. Keeping in mind that the lighter shade is more shimmering, the medium shade's a more satin finish, and the bottom shade is a little more pigmented and also more of that matte texture. You might be wondering which shade of the Neo Powder Blush to select, so I'm gonna give you a few pointers right now. There are 4 shades of Neo Powder Blush that are specifically designed to work for most undertones. So whether you're yellow, neutral, or red undertone, any of these shades would be perfect for you. The next thing I want to talk about is surface tone. So if you're a light, medium, or deeper skin tone. For lighter skin tones, I would pick the shades Pink Sand or Rose Cliff. For medium skin tones, I would pick Rose Cliff, Grapevine, or Sunset. And for deeper skin tones, I love a vibrancy of color payoff, so I would choose Sunset or Grapevine. You might be wondering when in your makeup application is the perfect time to apply blush. Well, there's a couple methods that I want to share with you. If you're using a powder blush, the best time to apply it is directly following a loose powder application. So once you've set your liquid or cream foundation with a layer of loose setting powder, then you want to use that same powder brush to pick up your blush and apply it for the smoothest, most airbrush quality finish. Now, if you're going to use a cream blush or cream version of blush, the best time to apply that is after you apply your foundation and before you set your makeup with a loose setting powder. That's going to give you the best results because you'll have more playtime before you set your makeup with that loose powder. I've just set my makeup with a little loose setting powder and now it's time to apply my blush. And today I'm going to be using my personal favorite Neo Powder Blush called Sunset. I think it's the perfect shade for most people because it contains both yellow pigment and red pigment. So no matter your undertone, an orange or a peach color is always a safe bet. I want a lot of radiance from my blush and just a hint of pigment. So today I'm going to use my powder brush to select a little bit of that golden shade first and then swipe through that medium shade and into my deeper shade. So now I've got all 3 shades on my brush. And the trick to any blush application, especially powder blush, is to work that product deep into those bristles before you go to apply. I like doing that on the back of my hand. Now you're ready to apply. For a classic everyday application of blush, I try to keep my blusher about 2 fingers away from my nose and 1 finger width away from my eye. So this little area here is our prime real estate. Now that my brush is loaded, I'm going to start by pressing it into that area first and then do a little figure 8 motion with my brush just to kind of blend between my highlights and contours. And remember, you can always add more. So you start off light and build into that color payoff. Whatever's left over on the brush, I like to dust a little bit on the temple and a little bit across the bridge of the nose for that nice summer sun-kissed look. Here is one of my favorite pro tips for transforming a powder blush into a creamier blush. I use a little bit of my favorite gel-based highlighter called Glass Glow Face and mix it with a little powder blush on the back of my hand. So here I've already got my Glass Glow Face. With a clean, dry finger, you want to pick up some of your Neo Powder Blusher. Work that into your Glass Glow Face. And you can customize how much pigment you want just by going in with a little bit extra. If you go in with another clean, dry finger to pick up a little extra pigment and work that right into that Glass Glow Face. So what I've done now is created my own cream blush. Load your finger with a little bit of product, work it into your fingertips really, really well, and then just gently dab it onto the cheekbone. You can use like a circular motion just like this, and afterwards use your palm or a clean sponge just to kind of press it in and buff it out. That's going to give you a really beautiful, seamless, lit from within blush application. No matter the shade of Neo Powder Blush that you choose or how you choose to apply it, we want to see what you're creating. So make sure that you tag us so that we can follow along in your makeup journey.